I'm Cyber Scott. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be going through a series highlighting some of the interesting things around cybersecurity, but I'm more specifically going to be taking certain chapters and excerpts from my book, Amazon bestseller, The Visible Ops Cybersecurity book. Actually, if you want to purchase the book, in the link below, there's an easy access way on that link to just go to Amazon and buy the book. You can follow along or learn some more on your own time. In addition, I also have my full Visible Ops Cybersecurity course that you can subscribe to or link up to or sign up to. And then it not only takes you through all of the chapters in detail, but also has certain quizzes and exercises and ultimately a certification exam at the end. And you can get a full certification on the Visible Ops Cybersecurity methodology. So I'm excited to be sharing with you over the next few weeks the series of different excerpts from my book, talking and addressing about some of the latest and greatest cybersecurity issues that exist out there and how best to improve your cybersecurity posture to put your businesses in the best position to defend the bad threat actors that are out there that might be trying to hack into your business. So again, everybody needs to worry about cybersecurity. It's not something we need to make up or invent some kind of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's everywhere, and they're going down to even the smallest of businesses. So stay with me. Enjoy the series as I start to share some of the insights and details from my Visible Ops Cybersecurity book. Thank you for joining me as we talk about the introduction to the Visible Ops Cybersecurity course. Let me start with a true story. In 2017, the board of a large company gathered in what they believed was a routine meeting. Cybersecurity was on the agenda again. The CISO, however, he'd been warning them for a year that their systems were vulnerable, and he asked for funding to modernize their security controls and to strengthen their monitoring. The board delayed the decision. They had other priorities, other revenue targets to discuss, expansion plans, market pressures. Cybersecurity just felt like a cost center. 2 months later, attackers exploited a vulnerability that had been known for months. The attackers were inside the company's network for 76 days before anyone even noticed. During that time, they stole personal data of 147 million people. Yep, that company was Equifax. The breach cost them over $1.4 billion in direct costs, and their CEO lost his job. Multiple executives had to resign. Congressional investigations followed. Their reputation suffered permanent damage. And here's the most sobering part. The breach wasn't caused by some sophisticated new cyber weapon. It was actually caused by a missed software patch. Yep, one patch. What failed wasn't technology, it was leadership oversight. Because cybersecurity is not just an IT issue, it's a governance issue. It's risk management. It's ultimately leadership's responsibility. And that's exactly what chapter 1 of this book is about. Cybersecurity is not a technology problem, it's a leadership problem first. And the first point I'd like to make is pretty simple and often misunderstood. Cybersecurity failures rarely begin with technology. They begin with leadership and culture. Most organizations treat cybersecurity like it's an IT issue, right? That IT department will just take care of whatever the problem is. But in reality, cybersecurity is a governance issue, a risk management issue, and ultimately a board oversight issue. A strong cybersecurity posture begins with a security-first culture. That starts at the top of the organization. When leaders prioritize security in the entire organization, and it follows that. The board even sets the priority in the culture that it's important to have great cybersecurity practices and posture. That way it just doesn't become an afterthought. As I explained in the book, protecting IT environments requires a security-first mentality, driven from leadership and embedded into the organization's culture. Visible Ops Cybersecurity First Culture. Culture is really the first layer of technology, and it protects systems, but culture protects behavior. That's the most important part. This is where most breaches begin. Studies have consistently shown that human error is involved in about 85 to 90% of all cyber incidents. That means somebody clicked something, someone reused a password, someone approved a change, someone ignored a warning. So the real question becomes, does your organization train people to think securely? a security-aware organization, one that every employee understands that it's important in their role to protect the company. In Visible Ops Cybersecurity and this security-first thinking, it's not just the job of the security team or your IT team, it's everyone's job. Leadership sets the tone. Every organization has a culture. The question is it a security culture or a convenience culture? Leaders establish that tone through setting the priorities by the way that they assign the budget, the way that decisions are made, the way that accountability is assigned. When executives treat cybersecurity as a true strategic risk and with risk management, organizations become resilient. When leadership ignores it, security becomes reactive and attackers always win. That's pretty important. So as we think about governance and how governance truly does matter, it's not just some box that we check or some policy that we create. It really establishes defining who owns the risk, who's going to be responsible, who reports the incidents, who approves the changes, who's providing the detective controls and the monitoring of your cybersecurity, and does your governance align with the business goals and ensure that there's accountability across the whole organization? This is where Visible Ops Cybersecurity, with this security-first culture, really takes shape. Without governance, cybersecurity becomes fragmented, and fragmentation leads to vulnerabilities, cybersecurity vulnerabilities. Training your teams is one of the most underinvested in security controls that exist. Organizations spend millions on tools and technology, but often nothing on training. Yet employees are the first line of defense. Effective organizations run continuous cybersecurity awareness training. Super important. They include things like phishing and phishing awareness, social engineering detection, password hygiene, security of your data handling, and incident reporting. When employees understand how these threats work and how the bad threat actors try to do nefarious things in your network and convince them to make bad clicks, this is where humans kick in and they can avoid those vulnerabilities. Security must become a daily habit. It can't be an annual compliance exercise, again, where you're just checking boxes. It must become part of daily operational thinking. This security-first organization mindset asks questions like, is this email legitimate? Should I click on this link? Is this change approved? Should this data actually be shared? This kind of mindset drastically reduces risk. Security becomes a behavior, not a policy. Leaderships must fund cybersecurity. It's important. If they don't fund it, it's never going to get done. It ensures that the organization is investing wisely in skilled security teams, in monitoring technologies, detective controls, governance frameworks, training of security for your teams. It cannot be effective if it's underfunded or understaffed. This is a key responsibility of executive leadership. Accountability builds culture, and security cultures are built through accountability. Employees must know their responsibilities. Reporting the procedures, again, understand what their reporting procedures are. Security expectations around what the organization wants them to do. Maybe it's password management or the strong passwords that they must be using. Again, the organization should be rewarding this kind of good behavior, not just productivity behavior, but actually following good security practices and protocols. When employees are recognized for this kind of behavior, this is where vigilance happens and security changes and it becomes aware in your organization, it protects your organization. Again, real world stories. You can use story one, the board that ignored the warnings of this common scenario. Or how about a regional financial services company had their CIO present to the board multiple times about the security risk. He asked for MFA, multi-factor deployment, for the network to be more segmented, for employees to be trained on phishing and phishing. The board's response was predictable. That seems expensive. What's the real likelihood? 2 years later, a phishing email compromised one employee. That employee had VPN access. The attackers moved laterally, as we say, east to west in the network, and within 72 hours, the attackers had already exfiltrated most of their client financial data, They encrypted their critical systems and demanded $7 million in ransomware and total damages. They wanted Bitcoin. That's usually what they want. They don't want to use US dollars. They ended up paying $40 million, including lawsuits and regulatory penalties. At the post-incident report to the board, one director said, "We thought cybersecurity was an IT issue." It wasn't. It was a governance failure. Here's another story to consider. The $15 million click. One of the most famous examples occurred at a European bank where attackers impersonated a supplier via an email. Very simple. They sent an invoice with an update. An employee in accounting took the change of the payment of the updated invoice, and $15 million was wired to the attacker's accounts. No malware, no hacking, just a socially engineer. After the incident, an investigation found pretty simple stuff. There's no phishing training, no phishing training, no payment verification policy, no executive, cybersecurity oversight. The bank had spent millions on security tools, but the culture and the processes were missing. The people often are what matter most in your cybersecurity defenses. A simple leadership message. Here it is. It's really simple. I tell executives, cybersecurity isn't about stopping the hackers. It's about building resilient organizations. And resilient organizations are built through people, processes, and technology. But it starts with leadership, and it starts with your culture. A good, closing line that you might be thinking about, or you would end, it'd be something like this. If cybersecurity is only owned by IT in the organization and it's already at risk, true cybersecurity begins with leadership. It treats it as governance, culture, and risk management. Thank you. I look forward to sharing in my next session more about the second chapter of the Visible Ops Cybersecurity book.